Hi, this is Brant with Rising Eagle Productions, and I'm here with another tutorial for your viewing pleasure. This is a tutorial on how to edit video so that you can upload it to your website or use it for your business. This video tutorial is PC specific, so if you want to know something about an iPad or anything to do with Apple, please look at one of my other videos. So let's dive right in. I'm going to be using a program called Windows Movie Maker. I like this program because it comes free with your computer, and otherwise, if you don't already have it, it's a free download. The older version, Windows Movie Maker, is available at windows-movie-maker.org. The newer version is called Windows Live Movie Maker. You may see that on your computer. The reason I like this older version is that it's usable for XP, Vista, 7, 8, and 10. So if you have an older computer, you are still able to use this program, and like I said, it's free. So download it, install it, and you're ready to go. So the first thing we want to do when we get into this is we want to create a folder to put our assets in. And the assets are going to be our videos and any kind of still pictures and music and all that kind of stuff. So here's what you need to do. You need to create a folder on whatever directory you're going to keep it on, and in that folder you need to put in all of your video pieces and media that you're going to use. So I've created a folder called Community, and I'm going to go to all of my video that I want. I'm going to choose the pieces that I want. So for example, I want this banner. I'm going to throw it in there. I want this particular video. I'm going to throw it in. I want this closing animation. I'm going to throw that in, and I'm going to take my music and throw that in there as well. You want everything to be in the same folder because when you close your project and save it, you want to save it into this folder, and then if you need to move it to another computer, you can just grab the whole folder, because when you're in the program, all it does is point to this video. So it's very important that you do that. Alright, so I'm going to close that out. I'm going to launch Video Maker, and it opens at a home screen. Here I can see a preview screen of what my video is going to look like, and here is where I put my videos. The simplest way to bring this, although you can drag and drop them from your folder, is to select this thing that says Add Videos and Photos. And so I'm going to add all my videos. I'm going to open, and there we go. It's already put it together. So I have this little piece here, which is just a graphic that I'm going to start with. Then it's going to go into my video piece, and then it's going to go into my closing animation. Alright, so you can see how that works. You can navigate just by selecting anywhere along what they call the timeline, which is the sequence of videos that are in there. Now these could be stills as well, but I have brought in video because I'm going to make what I call a community demo for my production company. So the cool thing is that they have these presets. If I just hold the mouse over the preset here, then it will start playing the way I'm going to be able to see it. So I'm going to look at the next one. This one looks pretty cool because it starts out in black and white. It looks kind of retro, and then it goes into the color, and then it's going to dissolve into the first piece, and it's got an automatic transition. So I'm going to choose that one. So it says music has not been added yet. Do I want to add some music now? Let's say yes and see what happens. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to find my music, which is in my folder where everything else is. Easy to find. And all of a sudden it looks like it filled music all the way through. And the reason you can see these little dots here is because it's added the music multiple times. So I want to get rid of the other ones. If I click on this line, it's the video. If I click on this line, it's the music. So I'm going to select that, hit the delete button. I'm going to select it again, but this time I'm going to tell it to remove just to show you another way to do it. But I basically want to get rid of all that music that I don't need. It's still a little too long, but let's see what we have here. Okay, so we can see it's a little bit long, so what am I going to do about that? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a place along here, and once I have music and video in here, I have these little icons or tabs up here that I can choose. I'm going to choose Music Tools, and there's this little thing that says split. If I hit the split button, it's going to create an edit. And that cut is going to allow me then to select the other half and just delete it. So now what do I have? What happens? All right. It was a little abrupt, so let's see if I can extend it. I can just select the music and I can extend it a little bit by just hitting this button up here. And I can see, you can see this is a mountain, and this mountain of information tells you how loud it is. This is not as loud because it's a lower mountain than this one here. So I'm going to do that, but I want it to fade out before it goes into the next music. So I'm going to say I want like a medium fade, and let's see what it does. All right, it ended a little too soon, so I'm just going to extend the length a little bit. Take it up to there. Let's try that. All right. Okay, so pretty much I'm almost done at this point. It's got transitions already in it. I can see it's 2 minutes and 32 seconds, which is a little too long, and I know that because the demo that I have in here is got two halves to it. So basically I have this real serene part here, and then I have this more aggressive part down here. I want to get rid of the aggressive part, so I'm going to select the point on my video line. I'm going to go to Video Tools, and I'm going to tell it to split it. And then I'm going to select this and just delete. So now I have deleted that part. And now let's listen to it and see what happens. Pretty much perfect right there. Now when I loaded this template, it gave me some titling. So I want to select this title right here, and I want to rename it. I'm going to call it Community Demo. Now you can see that it automatically went down to the next line, so if I just stretch this out a little bit, and make sure it's centered, which I can grab here and I can move it around and center it however I wish. That's going to be fine. Now let's look at it. Okay, and then this is going to segue at the end here. And if I wanted these credits, then I could keep these credits on here, but I don't want those credits, so I'm just going to delete all that. So delete, 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 and delete. And now I am done with my piece. And so now all we have to do is export it. So you can click on the YouTube, and it gives you some different sizes that you might want to use. You can decide that, and you need to do some research or look at another one of my tutorials on figuring all of that information out. Sometimes this doesn't work, however, so the alternative to that is to say save my movie. I can scroll down and choose any one of these devices to go to. I'm going to go to YouTube. It's automatically going to make it for YouTube, so I'm just going to call it Community. I'm going to save it, and it's just going to take a couple of seconds here for it to make this file, because this is really short and ended up being 1 minute and 12 seconds, which is pretty much the attention span of the average individual, so we don't want to go much past that, except in this tutorial, which I'm explaining a lot of things for. So once this is done, then the next step is that you would go to your YouTube channel, click Upload, and then it would go to this next screen and allow me to upload it. So then I'm done. I've published it. I'm ready to go. So the last step that we want to do is make sure that we save our project. So I'm going to go back to my project, and I'm going to say, as soon as it's done, we're at 95%, so we've used this time up a little bit. And now we're done. So I can play it if I wish to. So let's just take a look at it real quick. That's perfect. I'm going to save my project, save the project. I'm going to call it Community, in the same folder that I have everything else in, and we are done. So I can get rid of that. So thank you for joining me. This is Brant with Rising Eagle Productions, and catch me on the next tutorial.